Hello. Beep, 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 beep. Bow the devil our way. Morning and welcome back to the court of the Edijester for more news. All that's new and approved. What we got today? 4chan. Ooh, 4chan. And Kiwi Farms. Never before in the history of man has there been a more villainous hive of activity than 4chan and Kiwi Farms. Vile. Some terrible stuff goes on there. Some useful stuff too, but some terrible stuff. But you don't mess with the 4chaners. I can tell you that now. And Ofcom, it looks like it, is about to find out why one doesn't mess with the 4chaners. This is going to be an interesting one, folks. Okay, buckle up, become a warrior teacher, buy me a coffee, subscribe, the usual. Share, if you would, please. That's very important. Other than that, this is one to be having conversations about because free speech, as you know, is sacrosanct. Without it, none of us are going anywhere. And the attack against it is very real. 4chan launches legal action against Ofcom in the US. Lawyers representing controversial online forums, 4chan and Kiwi Farms, have filed a legal case against the UK Online Safety Act enforcer, Ofcom, or as I like to call it, F-Ofcom, or Off-Communists, if you prefer. Their legal complaint, filed in a Washington, D.C. federal court, seeks a legal ban on the UK communications regulator enforcing or attempting to enforce the Online Safety Act against them in the US. I mean, get your head around this, right? They passed this law, right, which is just a ridiculous law and needs to go anyway. It's assault on everything that we hold dear. They passed this law, and they must have had a conversation at some point where they went, does this apply around the globe? Oh, yes. Right? How do we enforce this around the globe? We're British. Yeah, but what you've got to enforce it. Is it gonna? So you're gonna make the Americans do it? Oh yeah, they'll kneel to our communist demands. Will they? Right. So you think that everybody will be in agreement about this? We do. Right. Let's go ahead then. Let's onwards. Let's get this law passed. That's what they thought. They must have. American citizens do not surrender our constitutional rights just because Ofcom sends us an email, Preston Byrne of law firm Byrne and Storm said. Ofcom told the BBC, we are aware of this lawsuit. Under the Online Safety Act, any service that has links with the UK now has duties to protect UK users, no matter where in the world it is based. The absolute arrogance of these people. The absolute arrogance interfering in trade. Off-communists. That's what they are. A service doesn't have to be based in the UK to be subject to the Act and therefore face action from Ofcom. What are you going to do? We've sent them a letter. Right, what happens next? Because they're not here, up there in America. Yeah, I know, but we're going to send them another letter. And what happens after that? We send them another letter. Yeah, but yeah, I know that, but what happens after that? We sit and look despondent. The arrogance. This is the arrogance of our current state. The arrogance to believe that what they say covers the world. Right? It says here it could be enough for it to have a significant number of UK users or to have the UK as a target market. So you've just got to have the UK as a target market. Absolutely insane. But 4chan's lawyers want the US court to rule that US business with no presence in the UK are not subject to British legislation. They also wanted to declare that the Online Safety Act is at odds with the US Constitution's free speech protections. This is why we need free speech protection in this country. Lawyers for online message board 4chan recently told the BBC that Ofcom had provisionally decided to impose a £20,000 fine with daily penalties thereafter for failing to comply with 2 requests for information. So what? That's what people in America did. They did what? Can you imagine some desperate Ofcom executive, eparchic bureaucratic commie drone stood on the edge of Britain going, we fined you 20 grand, or a really big megaphone, or perhaps semaphore, or an Oldest lamp. Are you receiving us, America? They are so insane. It's off the charts. The entire British state is currently insane. We're being run by lunatics. These people have no idea what they're doing, and they're attempting to enforce this across the globe. Good luck. Good luck is all I can say. Ofcom alleges 4chan has not complied with the Act with respect to the request for information, but has not confirmed the provisional fine. Really? So you've gone, we're going to fine you. Are you now? Well, that might end up in American court. Hang on, we're just going to talk about whether we're going to fine you. It's utterly pathetic. Utterly pathetic. Ofcom shouldn't exist at this point. There's no reason for them to exist. They're just a quango. It is also stated that it continues to investigate external 4chan over whether it is complying with the Online Safety Act duties to protect its users from illegal content. The problem is, it's not illegal content, is it? It hasn't been proven to be illegal. It has to be proven to be illegal, right? It's not illegal content, and it's not content that, as Ofcom say, causes harm. That's the problem with all this. See, fluffy definitions make for bad laws. The US legal case is being brought on behalf of 4chan Community Supporter LLC and LolCow LLC, the corporate entities behind 4chan and online forums Kiwi Farms. I love it, LolCow. 4chan has often been at the heart of online controversies in its 22 years, including misogynistic campaigns and conspiracy theories. Oh, the horrors. The horror of people talking. Users of Kiwi Farms have previously been linked to a number of serious incidents of harassment and trolling. Yeah, I don't care. Do you care? No. We don't care, okay? What we care about is free speech, and we don't want the government on the internet. Get off the internet, you interfering bunch of wazzocks. Both sites operate fully in compliance with US laws, the legal complaint says. According to the filing, Ofcom has written twice to Kiwi Farms, beginning with a March letter telling it to comply with Online Safety Act duties, requiring it to carry out an illegal content risk assessment and submit the record of that assessment to Ofcom by the 17th of April 2025. They are pathetic. They are literally a mouse screaming at an elephant. They're just pathetic, right? Absolutely pathetic. But they're not pathetic over here. Over here, they've got teeth, and they need to be ended. They need to be ended. Digital ID, censorship, the government on the internet, we're going to monitor what you do. Yeah, right. The legal complaint alleges that Ofcom uses its powers under the Online Safety Act to threaten to impose ruinous civil penalties and referrals to law enforcement for criminal penalties, including arrest and imprisonment, to American citizens and businesses if its orders are not obeyed. It literally is. It's like when your teenager gets to 17 and the teenager goes, "Do you know what? I'm done with your crap. I'm planning to leave. You stop mothering me and stop pretending that Dad's going to get home and I'm going to care. Right? I've done with you, right? Because you're just stupid." It's like that moment with your teenager when the mother and father then go, "I don't care where you go, but when you're under my..." It's all that nonsense. When you're in my house, under my roof, you'll do as you're told. Except in this case, Ofcom are saying that when you're under my globe, because they are so deluded that they think they're that important on the world stage. It ends. We finish it. It has to finish. We cannot be allowed to have this government do this. We desperately need a digital Bill of Rights. This should be absolutely what we are aiming for. Right, what we're aiming for. Now, this is a fairly balanced article. It's come from the BBC. So go and read the rest of it, because if we don't end the censorious, controlling, bloody backseat driver of a government and everything else they're up to with whatever arena you want to go into, they've got their sticky fingers over everything. I don't even want to know they exist unless I need them. End of story. I don't know where you are on that, but you'll let me know in the doobers as you usually do. All the fun of the fair. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.